And again, it's important that you realize that a large share of the credit goes to Chandler Enterprises for stepping up to the plate and pushing forth with this new technology. They put their reputation on the line, along with their money, and as a result, a young boy now has another chance at life. And I know I speak not just for my surgical team, but also for the parents of the boy when I express my heartfelt thanks to the Chandler family.
Since when did your husband become Adam Chandler's PR agent?
Well, he's chief of staff at the hospital. He just performed a groundbreaking surgery, and it's his job to promote the hospital. Today, that means cheerleading for Adam. I doubt it'll become a habit.
All right, for now, that's all the information I will be able to provide, so...
What will the parents be making a statement, and can you give us any information on just who they are?
We maintain strict patient confidentiality here at PVH. The parents right now are focusing on their son's recovery. If and when they decide to come forward will be their decision entirely. But until then, I urge you to please respect their privacy and remember they're going through a difficult time right now. Now, I'd like to hand this over to Mr. Chandler for any questions you might have, as I have work to do. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you elaborate on what makes the Chandler valve so revolutionary?
Yes.
Like a little old lady. How did the presser go? Did Hayward play ball?
Oh, yeah. He told him his patient was alive thanks to us.
Oh, I feel an imminent rise in Chandler's stock.
You didn't think that Hayward would tell the truth, did you? That he'd put a child's life on the line in exchange for visitation rights of his grandson?
You know, the floor's getting wet. Why don't you go rain on somebody else's parade? I think Dr. Chappelle would like to hear this news. Why don't you fill him in? Give him this.
This is a lot of money.
Oh, yes. Well, compared to the expected sales, that's just a little more than a rounding error. But tell him it's for a job well done, and there will be more as our success continues.
You know, you can't just throw money at this in hopes that it goes away.
Oh, no, you're wrong about that. I'd expect you to know that money has a marvelous massaging effect on the guiltiest of consciences. Don't worry. Dr. Chappelle won't be a problem for long.
Again, it's important that you realize that a large share of the credit goes to Chandler Enterprises for stepping up to the plate and pushing forth with this new technology.
That was Chief of Staff Dr. David Hayward a short time ago at Pine Valley Hospital, describing a revolutionary new heart valve implanted in a young boy only 21 months of age.
Why didn't you say anything? You could have stopped this before it got this far.
Look, I tried. But by the time I heard the prototype was defective, it was already too late.
Yeah, well, we have to do something. We have to make this right.
Look, maybe you're wrong about it. I mean, all this time you have been so positive.
No, I never expected it to move this fast. When I heard your initial press conference, I stayed up all night going over my calculations. Now, the mechanics that ensure that there's no backflow on the valve are too restrictive. They could lead to the valve not opening fully.
But isn't that something that Dr. Hayward would be able to recognize before he closed?
Yes, but even if it doesn't show up then when he puts the valve in, it doesn't mean it can't happen later.
No, I think you're being overcautious.
This is a child's life we're talking about. There's no such thing as being overly cautious. All right, look, before you put this valve in another patient, there need to be some adjustments. Now, get these to engineering. I've made some notes on what needs to be altered. They'll know what to do.
All right, I'll get them there right away. Here.
What's this?
We wanted to make sure that you were properly compensated for all your hard work.
I thought you were different. Get out. You're no better than your greedy uncle. Go on, get out.
Well?
He wouldn't take the money. He tore up the check.
How much does the good doctor want? What's it going to take to keep his mouth shut?
So that's why you sent me over there, to pay him for his silence.
No, I sent you to buy Girl Scout cookies from him. Of course, that's why I sent you. But we can't have Chappelle shooting his mouth off. Everybody has a price. What's his?
Okay, it's not like that. All he cares about is saving lives. He was pretty upset it was rushed the way that it was.
Oh, great. A bleeding heart brainiac with an overblown conscience. Well, we're going to have to think this through again. I'll let you know.
You seem a bit preoccupied. You should lighten up. It's supposed to be a celebration.
I'm just kind of overwhelmed, that's all. After months of planning, and suddenly the valve is actually inside a human being. I never thought I'd see the day.
You almost didn't.
What do you mean?
If I had installed that valve per standard procedure, Ian Slater never would have made it off the operating table. You guys were sloppy with the anchoring system. If I had sutured the device as designed, you would have had backflow problems right from the get-go. I had to improvise to fix your company's screw-up. So I suggest you go back to the drawing board. Fix it before you use it again.
But Ian's gonna be all right, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Thanks to me and the fact that I know what I'm doing. Because if anything ever happened to Zach Slater's kid, we'd all end up in the desert somewhere after an unfortunate accident with a wood chipper. So again, I suggest you get your R&D act together. Fix that valve. And be quiet about it.
Oh, my God.
Hey, we have a problem. Chappelle was right. There was a problem with the valve. Hayward just told me that he had to improvise in the OR.
Does my dad know?
No, not yet, but he is so paranoid at the possibility that he tried to bribe Chappelle.
All right. Well, you haven't seen anything yet. My father was stopping nothing from keeping his company from going under. My advice? Keep your head down and your mouth shut. Understood?
Coming.
Dr. Chappelle. Dr. Chappelle,